So, fighter planes. This is our very own, very fast and very versatile Tornado. The Swedes have the powerful Viggen, built by Saab, with engines by Volvo. And the Russians have the Su-37, which, well, judge for yourself. Nice move, Ivan, but don't expect it to win the day in a scrap with this. The American F-15.
I never wanted to fly any fighter except for the F-15.
There have been no combat losses of an F-15.
To this day, it is still the measure that everything else is judged against.
So the Americans seem to have this fighter business pretty well sorted out. But they had to learn a painful lesson first. In Vietnam, they believed the dogfight had been consigned to the history books by long-range missiles. The F-4 Phantom was therefore not especially maneuverable and not desperately fast. It didn't even have a gun. Now, that would have been fine if the missiles had worked, but half the time, they didn't.
What happened in Vietnam is we tried to adapt an aircraft, an F-4, to a different environment.
Guys ended up in turning fights with MiG-19s, MiG-21s, lightweight, highly maneuverable airplanes. The F-4 wasn't built for that environment, and then particularly without a gun.
So there was an impetus to design an air superiority machine, which became the F-15.
At sea level, it could do 2.5 times the speed of sound. It could climb vertically and operate at 65,000 feet. In various conflicts, including the Gulf War, F-15s have so far killed 99 enemy planes without a single loss. In 25 years, no one has ever shot one of these things down.
Get a bogey, 6 o'clock for 6,000 feet. Roger, don't keep the turn in, we're coming around hard on him.
Get into a fight with an F-15 and basically, you've had it.
Roger, knock out these switch, reverse back, come back well.
So, it was basically a sound air-to-air fighter, but the same technological advances that took Joyce Grenfell out of the pilot's debriefing room and made it look like this have turned it into one hell of an all-rounder. It's got the backhand of Jimmy Connors. It's got a serve like Roscoe Tanner. It treats the enemy with the contempt of John McEnroe. Plus, it's as pretty as Gabriella Sabatini. It is also as hard as nails.
Survivability, it was also built into the aircraft. You destroy one control surface, you still have another one.
Can it fly then if you shoot one of its tailplanes off?
Sure.
Really?
Sure.
Today, however, there's a new F-15, a version that can fight its way to the target, drop bombs, and then fight its way home again. It's called the F-15E, the Strike Eagle.
This is it. Now, you'll probably notice it's got more bulbous bodywork to accommodate its larger fuel tanks. It actually carries 3,500 gallons. Now, that sounds a lot, but with the afterburners on, it's all gone in 10 minutes. Still, larger bodywork means more places to hang bombs. More bombs means more computers. More computers means you need more people. Look up there. It's a two-seater.
This means I could have a ride, and that meant I needed some training.
Okay. Come on in, sit down. Okay, out to the jet, the crew chief will be out there and he'll pretty much strap you in, but you still need to be able to unstrap yourself if we have to get away from the airplane and there's no crew chief around. Straight in, 20-pound pull. Right here is another connection for you. This is where your survival kit is going to connect. You've got another one over there on the other side.
So I have to undo that as well?
You will have to be able to do that as well. Next thing will be your lap belt. That's 4 so far.
4 so far.
Okay?
Whatever you say.
Now this one is you actually connecting to the seat and the parachute. You let the bottom one loose, then you let the top one loose.
Right.
Now, we got to connect you with your personal leads, your oxygen hose and your communication. Now you're connected to the oxygen system. Now you can talk.
How quickly does jet fuel burn?
Oh, this airplane's not going to burn. So you're out there, and the unforeseeable happens. You're flying with Captain Grimwood, and you hit a flock of seagulls, and seagulls go down both intakes and shred both engines.
Right.
And he's trying to restart the airplane, and you're losing altitude, and all at once he says, uh-oh. You don't want to hear him say, uh-oh. But if he does, and he says, we're going to have to get ready to eject, you need to be ready to get out of the airplane. The seat's very capable, but it's very powerful. So if you were to have to eject, the most important thing for you is to get in a good body position. You want to get your butt as far back in the seat as you can get it, to get your spine straight. Have your shoulders back against the seat. Have your helmet hard back against the seat. Then you want to have your elbows in, tucked tight to your sides, because you can see if your elbow was sticking out, this would be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay? You want your elbows in tight. And if he says, bail out, bail out, bail out, that's a command. You reach down here, both
Well, I have
hands.
to wait for him to say it 3 times.
You know, you wouldn't have to. If you hear him say it one time,
If he
and
begins
there's
any word with B, I'm off.
okay, you'll have to discuss that with him. If you start to feel a little disoriented and you're not in the immediate takeoff or landing phase, just ask and say, do you mind if I fly a bit? Because that will tend to make you not be sick.
You mean just going along normally?
Just flying, it occupies your mind and occupies your hand,
What,
and you won't.
if
be
I
thinking
fly
about
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you will be as much flying as you can do. I'll let you do, whether you're sick or not. I will hand the aircraft over to you as much as I possibly can tomorrow. With the exception of the takeoff and landing, and if we're dropping a bomb, you can fly.
Okay, that's burner. Now roll it back out. See the horizon there? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to switch it back and forth. Right.
Now to ground. Bend over, cameraman.
Here he comes, Mr. Nervous.
The airplane is not going to explode. It might burn, and it'll burn for a long time before it would ever explode.
I've never even held the stick in a Cessna, and they were going to let me loose in an F-15. This was very worrying.
They've never had an Eagle explode, trust me.
And 1-2, confirm we're cleared to...
Oh, he's just asked me if I'm all ready. He must be joking.
engines.
There we go.
That's 15 seconds.
See ya.
15 seconds over. Arrow check.
Why did I leave the Rotherham advertiser? Yep, I'm ready. Brakes are on. Okay, this acceleration is, I guess, well, it was similar to a car, but now it's way beyond that. Huge vibration there. Look, notice how fast we're going now. Oh, we're up. We're airborne. I'm airborne in a $50 million jet. Oh, wow, what a morning. And there's the other plane right ahead of us with its afterburners on. He's just going straight to the moon. Oh, wow, that's fantastic. There's a whole bunch of G there. My trousers exploded. And we're just going straight to the heavens, banking over now. Kind of upside down, and it's hard to tell which bloody way up I am. Okay, we've managed to achieve what a jumbo jet would take about 3 weeks to do. I've got 5 seconds. This is one serious aeroplane.
Code is 4712.
There's the other jet. I can't believe this, ladies and gentlemen. There's only about 10 RAF officers who spent their entire lives training to go in fast jets who've ever been in this, the king of them all. And here I am.
Take the airplane.
Whoa, he's going to let me fly! This is it! Let me just turn this off. My camera brought along for the ride.
We're starting some maneuver. All right, roll. Just stick.
Just watch 18,000.
Push the stick.
I'm doing this!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm flying. I just went upside down. I did a roll in an F-15. I did a roll. Oh, God, if I ever do take up flying and they put me in a Cessna and say, "Have flown anything before?" I'll be able to go, "Oh, yeah, once." Whoa, here we go. There's some G. Oh, there's a lot of G. Oh, that all look ugly. Heading straight for the heavens now.
Okay, we're 90 degrees nose high right now.
90 degrees, nose high. We're absolutely pointing at the stars.
Okay, now we're rolling over.
We're going to roll over at 18,000 feet. Oh, this is just absolutely, unbelievably fantastic. Whoa! We just did climb 17,000 feet in 11 seconds. Oh, it's made me feel ill again.
You're gonna go down. Okay, take the airplane.
No, it's no good. I'm going to throw up again. Sorry.
If you fly, you might not throw up.
No, it's coming now.
Okay.
Rush 8,000 and 18,000.
Roger, 818.
360.
I'm back. Chris just told me the last chap he flew with threw up 11 times. I'm only on twice.
You wanna do a loop?
You do a loop.
I so desperately wanted to climb out after my 90-minute flight and be stiff upper lippish and witty, but I have never, ever felt so tired. The F-15 can chalk up another kill. Me. And now the F-15 is about to be killed by this, the F-22, its replacement. We can see it, plain as day, but the radar screens can't. In the early days of snowshoes, Lapland Bambi farming was nearly as exhausting as backseating an F-15. The dear boys had to follow the herd wherever it went, living like icy nomads. But then along came the snowmobile, which meant they could live in a house and in a morning simply drive to wherever the herd had moored up for the night.
In deep snow like this, it's amazingly hard to ride, but it's quite a simple little device. You've got a pair of handlebars here, which, and it's moving anyway. Turn the two skis. You've got an engine at the front, and it drives. It drives a sort of tank track thing here underneath. It really is a go-anywhere vehicle, and it's completely revolutionised life in the north.
It's revolutionised playtime too. This is snowcross, a sport where you race round a track at speeds of up to 80 miles an hour. Brave when half the time you can't see where you're going. At the top of Scandinavia, children can now ride snowmobiles before they can walk. Adults make it look like poetry in motion. In Winter Wonderland, the snowmobile is now as important as the car and is therefore coming under the same pressures. Environmentalists want to ban them. There are speed limits. They have to be licensed. The nanny state is coming. But up here in Lapland, no one is taking any notice. This is drag snowmobiling, where men race machines that can out-accelerate just about anything on Earth down a frozen river.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the 4.6-litre Range Rover. You see, it weighs 2 tons and is propelled along by a 230 horsepower engine. Now, this is so light, you can pick it up with one hand. And yet it is propelled along by a 240 horsepower engine. No way am I going to ride it. I called my wife last night, and she agreed. She said, "Don't get on it, Jeremy, you'll kill yourself. Just don't." The director, on the other hand, he said, "You will ride it." So, we're now into a battle of wills. So, this is the throttle then, is it?
Yes, it's throttle.
And this is the brake?
Brake.
Which is important?
Very important.
Because I'll be going quickly?
Yes.
And what does this do?
This is, if you pull off, you have a stop engine.
Oh, it'll come off and stop the engine. Am I in the right riding position now,
this is not right. It's leg, but here.
So I kneel down?
Yes.
Well, this is comfy. Right, and the engine? It's got a boost gauge, it's turbocharged,
It's turbocharged, yes.
So when does that cut in?
It comes in to 6,000.
6,000?
Yes.
And then what? The front lifts up?
The front lifts and everything move very quickly. So you must put very hard in the...
Hold tight.
And
Hold tight.
This winkle you must have.
And down?
Yes.
I cannot believe I'm doing this. They say life is a series of experiences.
Well, I was about to find out what it feels like to do 0 to 60 in a second.
Right, well, here we go then. Oh, I threw up in an F-15 and nearly messed my trousers in Scandinavia. I want to go somewhere where nothing ever happens. Canada. Yeah, Canada.
Look at that view. No danger whatsoever of anything life-threatening happening here. If I may liken America to the world's stomach, then Japan is its toy box and Italy its museum. Canada is the pantry. In Canada, only one thing matters.
Crops.
This means the most exciting vehicle you're likely to find in Canada is, of course, that master of the prairies, the combine harvester. Given a long run-up, its performance is said to be a match for continental drift.
Machines like this cost more than £100,000, so you would expect farmers to take great care of them, drip feeding them with gently warmed milk through a pipette and tucking them up at night with Winnie-the-Pooh stories. But what they do actually is paint them bright, vivid colours and then crash into each other on purpose.
I'm a farmer, and I like to wreck stuff.
He's not alone, which is why every year a whole bunch of farmers sumo wrestle with their old farm machinery. The idea is to bash your opponent's combine to bits, or push it out of the ring, or better still, push it over.
What happened?
What happened? My teammate came at me a little hard, got under my tire and started lifting me over.
You've had a rollover?
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
No, not at all.
How does this stack up to car demolition derbies?
Oh, a lot more fun. You got a big outfit of something like this when you're doing your crashing. You got a lot more power to push with these big tires. It's a riot. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, this one's a little honey. I know it belongs to. Blimey. My own combine, and I've no idea how it works. Tim, I don't even see a gear lever. Where's the gears?
The gears are right here.
Yeah.
You have your reverse and first, and then down, and your second and third.
What's that, reverse?
Yes.
First.
And then neutral. Third.
Third.
And second.
Right, I'll forget that. This one is what? Handbrake?
No, this is your variable speed to speed up your ground speed once you're going.
The seat's eating me alive and we haven't even started. Look at that seat. So these aren't throttles then?
No. This is that speeds you up. This is your throttle for your motor when it goes wide open.
Well, what are these then?
Well, that's your brakes. One's for the right wheel, and the other one's your left wheel brake.
Right, I think I've got that. What's this one do?
This one is unhooked right now. It's for your table.
Oh, we don't need that.
No.
These?
If you pull both down, that ejects your seat.
I'm going to need that. A lot of sharp objects in here. I'm going to bleed, aren't I?
Well, that's okay.
I'm going to bleed.
Blood is cheap.
So's the rule book. There's only one. You have to start in reverse.
That's the driver of this combine right here, Jeremy Clarkson.
I am actually quite nervous. I still don't know how to drive the damn thing. Right, stop!
Stop. Out here in the combine.
That reverse, that's reverse.
Here today.
Right.
How about it for him, ladies and gentlemen?
Wait for the Clarkson now. Who do I go for first? So we're off. Come on, I could get him. I could have had him then. I want more speed than that. I got a hit. I'm taking his tyre out. I'm taking his tyre clean out. Oh, where's reverse? Tactics are very simple here. Just run away. Oh, no. I'm doomed. I've stalled. Start, you vicious. They're coming at me from both sides. Oh. I've just had this brilliant idea for a new series. Duvets with sort of wild flowers. It's no good. I'm doomed.